Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me and see me. This is new to me. I feel a little bit nervous. What I'm trying to work out is can I see your comments if any of you comment? So I'm just going to open the page. Okay, there we go. I think I can see myself. Not always fun. So I think I can see your comments. If you are there and can see and hear me, can you drop a little hello in the comment box so that I can see that you're there? That would be really helpful. So I have my various bits of kit and equipment to give you this reading. Why am I calling this coaching session a coaching reading? Well, I have designed a whole set of coaching content, which will in time become a set of cards where you can pull a card from a deck and it will prompt you with some coaching questions that will be kind of based on what you need in that moment. Yes, Isabella, I can see that. Hi, Judy. Judy, I want to speak to you about designing the image on the cards because I love your beautiful artwork and I think it might be a really nice fit. So I might drop you a Facebook message to chat that through with you if that's something you might be up for. So I don't yet have the card deck, but I have all of the content. So failing that, some of you don't. This is like a big moment for me. I'm coming out of the closet as a bit of an energy worker. I've been using a crystal and some very little grids. Can you see those? So that I know what today most needs in terms of the coaching that's going to best serve you and the kind of messages that are going to be most useful for you. So I did that yesterday, but I haven't looked at what that's given me. All it did was give me a set of numbers, and I can then correspond those numbers to the content that I have here ready, which will in due course become a lovely set of cards that I'll be pulling out and setting, a bit like tarot cards or something like that. That's how this works. For you to get the most out of it, you just need to take a deep breath, have something that you can write with, and I will just slowly walk through the questions, which are designed to provoke deep thinking and unblocking and moving you forward. So it will be helpful if you can think about an area of your life that you would like to work with, and it only need be as sort of specific as that. So that might be your career or your relationships or your health and fitness or your spirituality or your family and kids. So just think of a part of your life that warrants some attention, or where maybe something doesn't feel quite how you'd like it to feel at the moment. And that's what we're going to focus the reading on. So if you are here live, feel free to pop in the comments box what area of your life you are feeling like you want to focus on. That will give me a bit of context and also tell me that you're here and with me, which will be nice. But I'll carry on anyway. So if any of you are watching on Watch Again, then you can just pause the video and work through this in your own time. So the first thing we're going to do is explore a goal for you to set for this area of your life. So this is about acknowledging our goals, having goals. Those things are important to making change happen in our lives. We often bottle up our ambitions, we kind of lock away things that we secretly hope and dream about. We prioritize other things or other people, or we give up on change even being possible. So this first section is about opening up our mind, opening up our heart to the possibilities all around us, ahead of us, and help you see that you have far more potential and possibility in your life than you realise. And thank you for putting some things in the comments box. So turning your hobby into your work, Judy, your work, Sharon, boundaries and boundary setting. Okay. So the first card that we've pulled around setting goals is vision. So sometimes we need a reminder to lift our head up out of the day-to-day pressure and busyness of life and take a longer range view. You always have the power to transform in bigger ways than you think are possible. So this is about creating a vision for yourself. I hope you have your pen and paper or journal handy. Imagine it's 3 years from now and you're calling me up on the phone to say, holy shit, Vicky, whatever you did in that session on that day, it changed everything. My life is amazing. Now I want you to write all about that amazing life. So let's imagine it's 3 years from now. Tell me what perfection would be for you if this area of your life was now perfect. It's 2024 and things are working exactly how you want them to work. What are you seeing? What are you feeling? What are you hearing? What's happening around you? So just take a moment to paint that picture in your mind's eye. 22nd of March 2024. Everything is amazing in this area of your life. If everything went the way you wanted in the next 3 years in this area of your life, how would things be 3 years from now? And feel free to jot any thoughts, anything that bubbles up for you, put it in the comments box, but mainly this is about you writing it down for yourself, getting it clear for yourself. Next question. What could you work on that would make the biggest difference to your life? So within that particular space, work, making your hobby become work, setting boundaries, boundaries as a concept. What could you work on that would make the biggest difference for you? And the final question on this card is, what do you think is possible for you? And what if I told you that what you think is possible is nowhere near what's actually possible? What's possible is far further out, far bigger, far more exciting than what you think is possible. What's possible is so much more. So if you really stretch yourself, what do you think is possible for you? And we're going to move on now to exploring where you're at in relation to this space at the moment. So this next section of questions aims to uncover the truths that you are maybe covering up or turning away from, or perhaps you're waiting for certain things to be perfect or to fall into place before you take significant action. So I want you to think about that as you listen to these questions. And we're on card number 3 in this set, which is called Truth. So, the first question is, what does the voice in your head whisper to you? So this is all about having the courage to look within and get really honest with yourself. But it's also a call to strength and letting go of things that maybe aren't serving you, or letting go of what other people might think of you if you do something brave or different. So what does the voice in your head whisper to you? Who are you trying to please? Judy, I've just noticed your comment. You'd make money in your sleep. Well, what if I told you that's possible? What if your business Judy tree art could make you money in your sleep. How would that be for you? Because I've seen from your Facebook post you are grafting to make these beautiful, beautiful products. What if there was a way of doing that that made you money in your sleep and you woke up every morning, ka-ching, to the sales, fully automated? Because that is possible. So who are you trying to please? What are you pretending not to know? What are you ignoring? And here's a slightly confronting one for you. How are you lying to yourself? So just be with the questions, see what comes up, and try and let the thoughts flow without the ego coming in and rationalizing. Just let what comes up come up. What are you pretending not to know? What are you ignoring? How are you lying to yourself? Now the next section is about generating some possibilities for ourselves, about opening up crazy, wacky, silly, any kind of options and ways forward against this particular area of your life. Powerful questions have the potential, have the power to transform lives. They help us think differently, create solutions. So this is all about just opening up possibilities and exploring what's available to us. You don't have to commit to any of this, but just see what these questions bring up for you. And we've got the first card here, which is called Edge. So it's all about some edge, getting out of our comfort zone, taking more edgy and bold explorations, expanding our thinking beyond the stuff that feels safe. Just to try it out, just to try it on for size, see where it takes us. You might be surprised by what it opens up. So, the first question in this card is, who is your hero or heroine? Real or fictional? Book, film, celebrity, business person, whatever you can come up with. Who is your hero or heroine? How would they handle this? Take a moment to give that one some thought. The next question is, what is the most high risk and exciting way you could create a breakthrough for yourself? If you were going to throw caution to the wind, go big or go home, what is the highest risk and most exciting thing you could do to create a breakthrough for yourself? Next question, what's your superpower? How could you use it slightly differently to make a breakthrough? And if your life were a comeback story, what would the next chapter look like? Sean, I'm not sure which particular point you joined at. So I don't know which question got you there. Pow! Okay, so hopefully that's generated a few additional thoughts for you. Next, we're just going to take a little sideways step into our values and beliefs. If I can find the right cards, there we go. So this section is about recognizing the programs that run us. So we attempt things, we try and break habits, we stumble, we fall, we get back up again. And a lot of those behaviours are driven by programs that run inside of us that are kind of deeply woven into our system. Values and beliefs, the programs that run us. And the card that we pulled was clarity. So here are the questions that sit on this card. Thinking about that area of your life that you want to create a breakthrough in or accomplish something in. What is the problem in a nutshell? If you had to just characterize it in one simple sentence, what is the problem in a nutshell? What is most important to you in this area of your life? What is most important? What question should you be asking yourself right now? And what's the single biggest insight that has come up for you through the questions I've been asking so far? So notice what that brings up for you. We've got two more cards to pull. One, the next one, uses something called Cartesian coordinates. That's a very fancy way of saying that it plays about with language. We're going to pull and shove at something from lots of different angles. Some of the questions I'm about to ask you in this section will sound weird and confusing to you. I just want you to take a breath and see what they bring up. They are designed to hit the subconscious and break us out of our normal, usual thinking habits by playing about with language. So that's the next section, and then we're just going to go into some action setting. So we have pulled number 5 in our Cartesian coordinates section. Let me see what card number 5 has for us. Okay, this is called responsibility. So thinking about this area of your life where you want something to change, or you want to make a breakthrough. Let me ask you, what do you take on that you should leave to others? And what do you leave to others that you should be taking on? What are you not taking on that you are right to leave to others? So what are you not taking on? And that's okay. And what are you not leaving to other people that you are right to do yourself? Are you going cross-eyed while I ask these questions? They're real brain fuddlers, and that's deliberate. So I'm going to ask you those 4 again, just to give you a chance to be with them. What do you take on that you should leave to others? What do you leave to others that you should be taking on? What do you not take on that you are right to leave to others? And what do you not leave to others that you are right to take on yourself? What do I not take on? What do I not leave to others that I'm right to take on myself? Cogs turning. If you need more time with these, you can watch again and see what they bring up for you. So, the final section, I'm paranoid now that the video is going to cut out right at the critical moment. The final section is, what work are you going to do? What is your way forward going to be? So let me see what card we have pulled. I'm all out of order now. Okay, so we've pulled work card number 6. This is called commitment. Not getting off the hook. Have you been avoiding an issue? Saying, yeah, I'll get to it, and then not actually taking action. Are you jotting things down now, but half thinking, I won't really do them? This card is a firm nudge telling you that it's time to knuckle down and do something. No excuses. No get-outs. So are you ready to get started? What are you waiting for? Here are the questions. In a week's time, a week from now, what will be finished? And I invite you to put this in the chat box so that it's a written record. There is lots of research, Sharon can probably back me up on this, that goals written down are about 9 times more likely to be achieved. So by next Monday, when I next do this session, hopefully with a Facebook Live that holds out for the whole session and with a new set of questions that I will have pulled for you in a week's time, what will be finished based on the stuff that's come up for you today? Are you brave enough to commit it to writing and put it in the chat box? The tree that you're doing right now, lovely, Judy. So what's the plan? What are you going to do more broadly? What do you feel wholly committed to? And thinking about this area of your life that you want to make some progress in, what are you going to do about all of this? So that finishes this little coaching session. Where are we at? So that's been about just shy of half an hour, I think, aren't we? Yeah, that's been about half an hour. Sorry for the technical hitches in between. This is a bit of a beta test on the questions, which ones work best, whether this works for people, whether it gives you something useful and valuable. I'm going to be consistent and be here every week. I'm just having a look at the comments in the chat. So you would have organised your portfolio for your diploma. Brilliant, Sian. In a week's time, I hope you're going to come back. I will be asking people whether they did the things they committed to doing. A little bit of gentle accountability for people. Sharon, brilliant. You're going to hand over work that others can be doing to free up some of your time. So I hope that's been useful. I really welcome any feedback on any aspect of this. And I will be back next Monday and every Monday. Um, I will be back next Monday and every Monday at 1 o'clock with this same session, but with a different set of questions, which I will have pulled based on where the crystal goes. Good stuff, Isabella. I'm really pleased that this has actually got some of you thinking and finding ways forward that you can state as a goal for yourself. So I hope to see you next Monday at 1 o'clock. Please, I'd like to create a community of people that want to make change and move forward here. So invite your friends, involve anyone, send them to the group if you think there are other people that would benefit from this. And my commitment to myself is to show up here for you, with you, every Monday at 1 o'clock with a new set of questions to help unlock your thinking and move you forward. So it's been lovely having your interaction. Thank you. And obviously the video will be here recorded. I will at some point figure out how to put them on my website as well so people can watch again. But for now, have a great week and I will see you in a week's time. Thank you. Bye-bye.